There's a important new development involving the FBI in the Biden bribery racket case. So the House Oversight Committee is looking at the evidence provided by a whistleblower. This is a whistleblower from within the FBI who says he has definitive proof that the Biden family was getting bribes, and large bribes. We're talking about something in the range of $5 million from a foreign entity. We don't know if it's China or if it's some other country, but we're talking here about bribery in exchange for public access, for political access to Vice President Biden, a very serious offense. And evidently, this FBI whistleblower is extremely credible. Now, the House Oversight Committee, Representative James Comer, has gone to the FBI and said, we need to have this document that discusses the evidence provided by the whistleblower and what the FBI has done or not done to follow up with this lead. And the FBI says, in effect, that they won't provide the document because it's part of an ongoing investigation. And also because to provide the document is to risk revealing the name of this whistleblower whose life would be in danger. Now, let's think about this for a minute. First of all, why would the guy's life be in danger? Because Biden would order him executed? Because we have, a murderer in the White House? Because we have a criminal enterprise running this government that can wipe out people who are blowing the whistle? What? Are we in that situation as a country? Think about the implications of the idea that the FBI is saying, we can't reveal this person's name because we can't protect him. Not only does it reveal that the FBI is useless, and they can't protect a valuable source providing information about corruption at the highest levels of government, but then they go on to say, we think that the person's life would be in danger. And again, my question is, danger from whom? Danger from some Biden ally? What, is George Soros going to dispatch a hit squad? Is somebody else going to threaten or target this guy? Is it Biden himself? Does Biden know how to get these kinds of things done without his own hands getting dirty? All of this is extremely weird and extremely troubling. And fortunately, Comer is not backing off. He's going to have a vote shortly to hold FBI Director Wray in contempt of Congress. And tomorrow I'm going to go into this in more detail. I'm going to explain how this all works, because some people go, well, what is that going to do? How is that going to work? Nothing ever comes of any of this. Well, I'm going to show what it can and can't do. What does contempt of Congress even mean? In what way does this hold anyone accountable? And what are the options available to the House? Remember, the House is a legislative, not an executive branch. Let me turn for today to an interesting comment from James Comey, who was recently interviewed by Jen Psaki. And the interview is very interesting because Comey expresses very openly that he is pushing for Biden over Trump. He's very scared that Trump might come back into office, and he says that a Trump second term would be far more dangerous even than the first one. Now, why is that? Let me quote from Comey, quote, "Think about what 4 years of a retribution presidency might look like. He could order the investigation and prosecution of individuals who he sees as enemies." Now, I resist the temptation here to go into an extensive guffaw, because this is exactly what Comey has been doing nonstop. And I mean going all the way back to 2016. And in fact, even before, because even before Trump was elected, the Hillary campaign was conspiring and working closely with the FBI, and by the way, also with the media, to plant false accusations on Trump and on the Trump campaign. And Comey was a knowing and active part of that. Remember, Comey is the guy who essentially tried to set up General Michael Flynn. And that is, he pretended needed to be investigating Flynn. There was nothing to investigate Flynn about. But the idea was that if we can interview Flynn, we get him to make a bunch of statements. We interview him for hours and hours. We find two statements that contradict each other. Oh, Flynn lied. And then we go after him for lying. So this is really the corrupt machinations of a corrupt FBI director. And what the FBI director, the former FBI director, is afraid now is that he might be held to account. That Trump might actually say, not just political revenge, but let's go and take a look at what were all these things were done in hiding by this corrupt triangle of crooks, the police agencies of government, the Democrats, the media, all working hand in hand with each other. And Comey is afraid that the same kind of thuggery that he visited upon Trump for more than 4 years might finally be visited on him.